Some big news in the Colorado mountain climbing community this week, specifically the 14er community. All of those people who love to climb all of Colorado's peaks over 14,000 feet. A group of surveyors is claiming there's a new 14er and that the summit many people have climbed isn't the true summit. So for everyone who's climbed every 14er in Colorado, including our senior reporter Brett Forrest, maybe they haven't.
And it was not an easy hike.
That's me back in 2015 in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains on the summit of Crestone Peak. Or so I thought, until a big announcement this week.
Because East Crestone is actually taller than Crestone, that means East Crestone is the ranked 14er. And Crestone is really just a subpeak.
Eric Gilbertson is an associate professor at Seattle University. He teaches a class on mountain surveying. He has a PhD in mechanical engineering from MIT, and he's climbed 147 of the highest mountains in every country.
But then what brought you to Crestone Peaks in Colorado? Because they're not even the tallest peaks in Colorado.
Well, I climbed all the 14ers and Centennials back in 2020 based on the USGS quads. And I'd really like to climb the right mountains.
So what Eric Gilbertson and a team of 3 others did on October 5th was climb both Crestone and East Crestone Peak to take measurements. Previously, LiDAR data had shown Crestone was 14,302.1 feet and East Crestone was 14,297.9 feet. LiDAR equipment typically takes its measurements from a small aircraft flying above and is very accurate. But LiDAR seems to have issues for small, sharp summits like East Crestone's. So using his surveying method, Eric's team placed their measuring devices on each summit, which are about 400 feet apart.
They're collecting data at the exact same time, so the atmospheric conditions are exactly the same. So that increases the accuracy if you're comparing one to the other.
With his new data, he discovered that Crestone Peak, the long-held 7th tallest peak in Colorado, was 14,299.0 feet. And East Crestone, 14,299.3 feet. That's right, a 0.3 foot difference or 3.6 inches. I wanted to check in with the mountain climbing community, so I spoke with an old professional acquaintance of mine, Chris Tomer.
Hey Chris, how's it going?
Gosh, I haven't seen you in so long.
He's a meteorologist who's climbed and slept on every 14er summit, and he's the one who actually inspired me to climb all the 14ers. So does he think this is legitimate?
I've known Eric Gilbertson for well over 10 years. I've done a lot of forecasting for Eric. He climbs around the world, but he's also a professor, and this is what he does full time. I have 100% confidence if Eric says that this is legit, that East Crestone is the new 14er in that area, Crestone gets relegated.
So what goes into deciding what is and isn't a 14er?
Back, decades, probably a century ago, I think it was the Colorado Mountain Club came up with this 300-foot rule. So between one high point and another high point, you have to drop down 300 feet to the low point of that connecting saddle. And if there's more than 300 feet, those are 2 separate mountains. If there's less than 300 feet, one is the peak and the other is a sub-peak.
That's Lloyd Athern with the Colorado 14ers Initiative, a group that helps build up trails and protect 14er ecosystems.
Does this add a new 14er? I don't think it adds a 14er. I think essentially what it does is say the name Crestone Peak applies to this point, not to that point.
He says it's probably up to the USGS and Board of Geographical Names to make an official switch. But meantime, Eric Gilbertson submitted his findings to a peer-reviewed academic journal. And if it's accepted, that's official enough for him.
Any other chance there's any other 14er that could change or shift based on what you know?
I don't think any of the main 14ers are going to change at all. I think this was the only close one.